everyone. Rick here for Game Trade Media and Building Character. We're doing another episode where we're going to focus on Starfinder with your guys' help, because you all have had opportunity to now look at the book. Probably a lot more than me. And get a really good dive into it. So you're going to help me build a character today. This character will be used during during some playthrough where we will be playing Incident at Absalom Station. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a blast, actually. So what I would really like to do is I'm going to do a quick refresh on the computer over here. You can't see it because I got it behind this slick GM screen for Starfinder, which, as you guys can see, has some amazing artwork on the front there and is available at your local game store. Now let's see who's all decided they wanted to jump in and participate today. Whoa, that is not supposed to be on. Now let's see who. There we go. All right, Kanan is with us. All right, everybody. So here we go. Building character today. What did you guys want to make? Someone suggested on the photo I put up earlier that we should be doing a goblin build. How does that sound for all of y'all? Do you think goblin is the way to go? If so, let me know, because it's up to you guys what we're going to build today. Let me take a peek here. What else we got? Something with the Xenoseeker theme. Cody says, wow, Cody had put a chimichanga. Chimichangas aren't bad. A technomancer, a scholar with barricade. Halfling scholar with barricade. Ghost trooper from Bob. A mechanic. Some options. Absolutely some options. So, you guys go ahead and let me know there. Make sure that you're following so that you can be in the chat. Just if you click on the video and it'll open it up, and you can participate in the chat that's there. We can all get in there. I like the six-armed alien. The six-armed alien. Which one is that? The six-armed alien. That would be under the races. Are you talking about the? Where is it? It's not the humans. The Kasaths, or it's not the Lashunta, it's not the Shirens. The Vetsk are definitely not six-armed. Not the Sokai. All right. Yeah, it's going to be, what are these guys? The Kasathas, Kasathas, page 46. I do like them. They look awesome, so let us build one of those. What's kind of cool is they get +2 strength, +2 wisdom, but their intelligence score is a little bit on the side. So they're originally from a planet orbiting a dying star far beyond the Pact Worlds. The four-armed Kasathas maintain a reputation as a noble and mysterious people. They are famous for their anachronistic warriors, ancient wisdom, and strange traditions. That's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool character type. Playing a Kasathas, you likely seek wisdom in history and find dignity in customs and traditions. Strive to maintain balance and stability in yourself and your comrades. Use ranged weapons when necessary, but find melee weapons inherently more honorable. That's kind of cool. An honorable warrior race of wisdom-seeking mystic types. Keep your mouth hidden behind a scarf in public, carefully tucking food under it and using straws to drink. Okay, I wonder why that's the case. Do they have, were they burned by acid or scarred in some sort of way? I don't know. Or maybe they have a really like lots of teeth and stuff, and it just gives a visage of them being like really evil looking or something. The other races that interact with this particular one tend to probably think this about them. Don't understand your customs and mistake your veneration of the elegant past for primitiveness. Okay. Resent your aloofness and assume you think you're superior to them. Fear you want to invade and colonize their home. Respect your cultural knowledge, but find you stodgy and inflexible. All right, so there's, some pluses and minuses to that. So that's okay. So what are you guys thinking? We got Kanan and Carl inside the chat right now. Anybody else out there? I see that we got like 32 people watching this, but nobody's communicating. Get in that chat room, everybody. Let us know what you think. We are doing a Starfinder character build, and I want you guys who are watching to help me build this character, because it's important that we as a community come together to make these amazing characters. It's just what makes it so much more fun for us. But we are going to do a Casathus. I probably am butchering this. Someone could put the phonetic, sound of that name in here. That would be great. But you know, the best way to get started with this is let's just start rolling some dice. As you guys like to know, when it comes to doing this, we got to roll those stats. I know that there is the point buy system, which is really cool, but we roll dice here, so we're going to do that. So we're going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of D6. Take the highest 3, discard the lowest, and lowest one, and there we'll have it. So here we go. First roll. We've got a 6, a 3, a 1, and a 1. So 9, a 10. We have a 10. We'll write that bad boy down right there. All right. We're going to roll them up a little bit more. Here we go for the next stat. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That could be a Yahtzee. So 7, 8, 9. 7, yeah, 9. Yikes, this guy is hurting. Or girl. Again, it's your guys' call, whether it be a male or a female version of this race. And 1, 2, 3. Man, they're really dropping them ones in here. All right, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is killing us. All right, let's see if I got some other 6-siders in here I want to drop. There's 1, 2. I have enough dice here. You'd think I'd have enough 6-siders, right? 3, and 1 more. There we go. That looks good. A butter dice. Let's see how he works out. All right, so here we go. We've done 3 stats with those first set. Let's try some other dice here. Oh, there we go. There's a 15. 2 6s and a 3, dropping the 1. So there's 15. That's nice. Next stat. Here we go. We've got 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And the last one. Let's hope for some big money here. Big money, no whammies. And we're going to get a nice little... All right, 10, 13. So, I mean, not a overpowered character by any means. So 10, 9, 11, 15, 12, and 13. Now, if we were to put this where they laid, that would be horrible. Because this particular race has a +2 to strength, so it would be a 12 instead of that. Wisdom would go up 2, so wisdom would be 14, but intelligence would drop down to a 13. So, but now that also depends on what kind of archetype do we want to play. Do we want to play a bounty hunter, an icon, an ace pilot, a mercenary, an outlaw, a xenoseeker? As you travel outside of Packworld space, you strive to make contact with alien life forms. So page 37, someone had mentioned that the xenoseeker would be a really fun class. It gives them a +1 charisma. The thought of meeting alien life forms excites you. The more different their appearances and customs are from yours, the better. You either believe they have much to teach you, or you want to prove you are better than them. Of course, the only way to accomplish this goal is to leave the packed worlds and travel to the vast, where a virtually endless number of aliens await. I think that's actually a really good one for this particular race, because they come from beyond the packed worlds themselves, and this character obviously wants to interact with more races for whatever reason, and I think that's a good one. A xenoseeker who is a Casathus is a great idea. So we're going to go with xenoseeker. Its race is a Casathus. And let's see, the theme theme. Well, we got our classes here. Classes are Envoy, Mechanic, Mystic, Operative, Technomancer, Soldier, or Solarian. Now, that's a great thing. So the class, is actually a Xenoseeker, right? Or theme is Xenoseeker. The class should be any one of these ones here. I don't think Envoy really fits this character, but Mechanic maybe. A Solarian, that does sound pretty accurate to what a potential Xenoseeker who seeks wisdom and ancient races and stuff like that would do. Possibly a Soldier. A Mystic, yeah, that's another good opportunity for role-playing with this type of character. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think we should be doing? I need you guys to talk in the chat for me, guys. Please, I want to be here alone. All I've got is Johnny over there in the booth. Look at him. He's gonna show himself and wave. Ugh.
I'm here. I'm here with you, buddy.
So if you guys could give us a hand here, let us know what class should we pick. We've got choices: Envoy, Mechanic, Solarian, Soldier, Mystic, Technomancer, or Operative. Operative is also another good one because that particular character could then, be working on its own agenda based on its leaders. So there's a lot of options that we have there. So what do you guys think? Do we think a Solarian, a Mystic, or an Operative? Those are the three, or Soldier. Those are the four that I think would be the most pertinent to this kind of Xenoseeker. God, man, words are hard today. So Xenoseeker, Casathus, but the class Solarian, Soldier, Mystic, or Operative. Give us a shout, guys. What do you guys want to see us do? I need your hands. I need your helps. The chat is just dead today, man. It's ridiculous. It's making me sad in my heart. All right. I'm going to take a look and see if people are talking in other spots. We don't have any other talkers. I like the Xenoseeker theme. Dylan had said Technomancer on a post earlier. Wow, someone is over here. I mean, one of these has got a lot of chat on it. What's going on with that? Ah. This one's where everybody's talking. That's weird. I wasn't getting any of this chat. I am so sorry, guys. Wow. Hello. Zoidbergmouth. There we go. Famous for their barbecue. All right. I'm sorry, everybody. Time to get new dice. I need new dice. This is actually funny that you mentioned that. The dice before you, I got at Dragon Con at the Chessex booth because I always go to Chessex and they have this thing where you can get this like beer pitcher, and you just get this big old scoop of dice, right? And I do that every time I go to a con that they're at. Now, after I do an episode or two with the dice you see here, these will go home and I'll put them in a vase or in a fish bowl or something. And then at the next show that they'll be at, I hope, with fingers crossed, that they'll be at PAX Unplugged. Then I'll get another big scoop of dice and they'll add up here. One of these days, I'm just going to bring in all my dice and it's going to look ridiculous. I think I could fill up like a 30-gallon fish tank full of dice. It's ridiculous how many I have. You've rolled a 4-armed Morty. This is why I prefer the point-buy system. Yeah, the point-buy system is good. Rain, that is absolutely true. But we like to roll the dice. If this character is not called, what is this? Amethy, I'm out. Space Druid Bugman. I think I need to buy the Starfinder core book. I like the sound of Xenoseeker. Yeah, the core rulebook is really cool. I know that they sold out, but they'll be available soon. Can you hear us now? Michael, I can hear you now. Thank you. Oh, man, it was like frustrating.
I was just going to say, with all those dice, you're going to take them home and create the world's most uncomfortable beanbag chair.
I could do that,
You
actually.
probably do that with all the dice that you
it's
collected.
ridiculous. And I might do that and then, torture my guests and be like, oh, you showed up late for the game. You're in the beanbag chair. All right. Yes, I can hear you now, and all is well and good. Ghost Trooper. There's some really cool character concepts being tossed about. Yes, I found you. Yeah, it was weird. I had this up, and I was only getting some of the earlier stuff. For some reason, the computer wasn't registering the new content. Now, so what do you guys want? What was the character type? We got operative has been thrown out there as a character class. Time to talk smack about Rick. Operative. All right, we got 2 for operative, so that's what we're gonna go with, everybody. It is an operative, and that's kind of cool. Operative Xenoseeker. I mean, if I were to put a mole into a party, we just made ourselves a mole. All right. So based on that, we gotta put these stats somewhere. An operative has the skills to complete almost any mission requiring stealth and discretion, whether it be simple espionage or messy wet work. That's a cool class. But let's go back real quick to the Xenoseeker, which was on page, I want to say 34. Nope. It was on page 37. Now, this particular character type or theme, the thought of meeting alien life form, we talked about that, but they're going to get a +1 to their charisma. So, and because they're an operative tends to play around with the where is it? I just want to pull up the operative as far as like what their particular class uses mostly for. Their, it's going to be dexterity based, and there we go. Where are you at, operative? Dang you, Mystic, always in the way. There we go. The operative. Your dexterity helps you to infiltrate, get into position, escape danger, and make decisive shots with your weapons. So dexterity is your key ability to score. High intelligence boosts your skills, and charisma aids in your interactions with other characters. Granted, the race that we've chosen does have a negative to their intelligence, so we want to make sure we are rolling around with that. So where's that 15 going to go? Do we want to put it intelligence so we aren't getting hurt too bad by it? Or do you think we should... Can you be an anthropomorphic mole? Brad asks. Yes. What's the icon? The icon is Xenoseeker operative. Let's see what we got here. Operative builds hacker, investigator, thief, or trailblazer are some of the other things we can add into this. So what kind of operative are we looking to make? A trailblazer, someone that is for intellectual curiosity or profit, you seek out new vistas to explore or ancient mysteries to unravel. Or are you an investigator? You work for a government agency, sometimes uncovering clues to solve crimes and sometimes track down the government's enemies. So, or a thief. Are you just a thief? But because you're a Xenoseeker, I really feel like that trailblazer also kind of fits into this character. What do you guys think? The Technomancer is what I say. Technomancer Jonathan would have been good, but we went with operative Xenoseeker. So Dex, because not hitting isn't fun. If it's your key ability score, you'll get more resolve. You're right. Anthony, that's funny that you say that. A lot of people have mentioned that the books have the spine on these have been having some issue. I know if you contact Paizo, a lot of people are saying that they've been getting replacements, and that Paizo is taking the information people are giving them in regards to the spine breakage that's been happening usually down in this area. And for the reprints, making the modifications necessary to prevent that in the future. But I mean, when you're making a book this big, I mean, this book is quite large. I can see that being an issue. But also, a lot of people that have been having issues with the spines have had them because they, for some reason, shipped from Amazon and had some issues with them. So that kind of sucks. All right, so decks. We're gonna go ahead and put the 15 in decks. Right there. We know that intelligence is next on the list. We had a 12 and a 13. I'm kind of thinking if we throw that 13 in there, it's going to drop it to 11, but it still is going to be fine for the character. What do you guys think on that? I think a 13 for his intelligence is probably where we want to go because we don't want to put anything else in there that's going to be like super drop this Xenoseeker Casathus operative into the hole. So we'll go 13 there, which will drop it, which will make it a -2, making it a 11. This is going to be a +2. I want to say, hold on. +2 wisdom. They don't get no dex mod, but they do get a +2 to their strength. Their wisdom, I would almost say if we put the 12 into wisdom, then he would have a +4. So he'd be a 14, I'm sorry. 12 would become a 14. This 15 will stay a 15. The charisma, if we put the 9 there, then he'll have a 9 + 1 is 10. Wisdom, they get a +2. And so we got the 13's taken care of, the 9's taken care of, the 12 is taken care of, the 11 put there, that makes it a 13, and then that leaves us with a 10 for Constitution. All right, not too bad. Not too bad of a build. I mean, it's not a super character by any means, but I think he'll do. Logan, Dex, yeah, okay. Dex because not hitting isn't fun. We mentioned that already. But yeah, anthropomorphic mole, yes. I mean, this is really open to your imagination as to what you're going to be making for this character or for your characters and races and in Starfinder. Just so you guys, I wasn't sure if you could see it. Here's the Morning Dawn ship that is part of the Absalon Stations module. Put it over here. You can see it a little better right there. Where is this going to go? Right there. And then, of course, I have a Sokai miniature. These are from Ninja Division. If you guys check out Ninja Division, they have some icon characters available right there. And you guys can pick them up now. We need a name for this Casathus Xenoseeker operative. And it's got to be a cool name because that's all we make around here is cool names. And someone had said Fermante was a good name. I think Fermante is a good name. What do you think, Johnny?
Well, I'm just thinking that if we're looking for a cool name, that leaves Kurt out of the running.
Oh, yeah, can't use Kurt as a name. That's not a good name for this guy. His name is Bob. Mate says his charisma is so low because the character is a smug snob. He may come across smug, and that would absolutely reflect in his charisma. So that's a great answer as to why he is. I think that as a Xenoseeker operative, that he is going to come across even more smug than most. He's going to be more, secretive, and people are going to question his motives on a lot of things just because this individual is from outside the packed worlds, has come into our environment, and seems a bit sneaky, if you will. So I can see how that could definitely make for a a lower charisma when you think about the description and character background for this guy or girl. Again, it could be a female character as well. But it sucks. I have to keep refreshing because it's the only way I'm catching your guys' new content. Ooh, Zardu Hasselfrau. That's a good one, Brad. Charles Cooper says Gilbert. Gilbert is actually a great name. Gilbert of, I kind of wish they would have incorporated in here like common names, like the Sokai has down here. And I only say that because I kind of wish I could go back to page 47 and actually look in the bottom right-hand corner where it says names.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do we want to roll for the male or female and then use that to determine what the name will be? Or do you want to do the name first?
I'm just going to name off a few of the names that they give as examples. And then I usually let the audience tell me what they want. Agent Lynch, A-Team reference. His charisma is low because he has 2 extra armpits. Right, and there's just not enough deodorant in the universe for an extra set of armpits. So Casathus go by their first names, though their full names always encompass additional names denoting parentage, clan or subclan, relation to the great families of Casath, and connection to historical heroes. It's not uncommon for a Casathus full name to include half a dozen such elements. For instance, a Casatha who introduces himself as Isu might properly be named Isu Kokretia Kwaru Maras of Clan Tarma, House Hadulan, sole splinter of the line of Ru. Some examples of Casathan first names are Altronus, Esar, Gorson, Hadif, Jahir, Kala, Mayadar, Metweska, Nenura, Remu, Senesel, Tolar, Umana, Voloteo, and Zai. Wow, that is, whew, I am exhausted reading those names. So, given that information, and knowing the insanity that you guys like to come up with, let's come up with a Casathan name that is, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains, the Unbound, freer of the lost worlds of Zork, and leader of the free peoples of Dalak.
And buyer of dice.
And buyer of dice. So if you guys would be so kind as to give us that name. Khaleesi, just saying. Carl, right. So exactly, it's that kind of long name. And I think that actually will help build to this character who may only refer to himself as Gil Elbert, or Gilbert, of House Gorthan, land of the Lorax, and feeler of the Five. Stuff like that. That would be fine. But I want you guys, well, I think what we're going to do is from here to the fifth, the first one that I get after Carl's Khaleesi one, the next one will be the first name, then it'll be son of house blank, descendant of, and then I think that's how we'll do it, because I think that sounds like a lot of fun, right? So let's begin, everybody. Give me some names. The first name is, no, it's still Khaleesi. I need to keep refreshing it, it would appear. All right, here we go. Still Khaleesi. I'm not putting Khaleesi. Or it could be Kal, son of Isi, of House Tar, descendant of Garion. How's that sound? Eh?
It just sounds like you're stretching it too hard.
I am.
You're trying too hard to get there.
I really am. Carl's like, Carl says, Kalish. Kalish, okay, so after Khaleesi is Kalish. Kalesh, I like that. Kalesh, son of Baragun Vasnima. I like that. All right, so we're going to go with Kal Esh, son of Baragun Vas Nima, of house will be the next one. Canaan. That's actually really good. The exiled of no house. So Kalesh, son of Baragun, Vasnima, the exiled. The exiled. So we've got Kalesh, son of Baragun, Vasnima, the exiled.
Now here's my question: is Kalesh the exiled, or was his father Baragun the exiled?
Right, that's a good one.
So.
Kalesh, son of Baragun, Vasnima, the exiled, or the exiled son, master of what, or breaker of what, or leader or founder of. So let's give him that last title that will be like, what is his thing? You know, where is his, what is his like claim to fame? Keeper of the many rings. Shaka when the walls fell. Jim, I salute you. Well, that's one of my favorite episodes of Next Gen. Keeper of the many rings. That's actually pretty cool and could be worked into a cool storyline. So yes, so we are Ka'al Esh, son of Baragun Vasnima, the exiled son, keeper of the many rings.
Well, he's got 4 hands, right?
Yes.
So he's got like a lot of hands and places for rings.
Absolutely, which is kind of cool because now it makes me think is, all right, so long-term character concept on this guy, because I am a huge fan of shoot, now brain farting. I'm thinking Iron Man, the guy with all the rings, the sorcerer. He was the drunkard terrorist.
The Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So the Mandarin type theme, where this guy, because he has 4 arms, has all these potentials for different rings of power, or that can do different things, like a ring that does a holographic thing, or a message ring, or whatever. You know, they don't all have to be like improved armor class or improved abilities. It could be just neat little tech devices that he uses in his operative skill set. So that would be kind of cool, right? I think like a Mandarin-esque theme behind him when it comes to that name, the keeper of the many rings. I like it. Good job, Carl. You basically named that character. All by your lonesomes. Infinity Gauntlet. It's kind of funny that you guys mentioned that because I've actually used that. I've heard that like 3 or 4 times today based on some other things I'm working on.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Everybody's dropping it Mandarin. It's freaking Mandarin, Rick. God dang it, you're so Mandarin.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, oh, you got an Infinity Gauntlet? Oh, I've got 4.
All right, I've got 4 Infinity Gauntlets. Back off. Craig, no time loop with Jack and Teal'c was the best. Slater of nuts. Slater of nuts. Salter of nuts. No, but that's funny. And I would not expect anything less from you guys. A bunch of crazies. I love it. But yeah, so there we've got his name. So these particular creatures or race, this particular race, let's see what we got. Society and alignment, physical description. Are gray-skinned humanoids with 4 arms and pure black eyes, lacking a protruding nose, a casathus head is smooth and elongated with skin stretched tight to a skull, extending backward far beyond the edge of the neck. While lean compared to humans, they have more advanced muscle fibers that grant them surprising strength. Physical differences between Kasatha genders are slight and easily overlooked by many races. All right, so you may not even know if it's a guy or a girl until they basically tell you their name. That makes sense. There you go. They kind of remind me of that one Jedi Master that had the elongated head from Episode 1. Mundi?
Plo Koon.
No, not Plo Koon.
Oh, Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Ki-Adi-Mundi,
Yeah.
with the long back drop on his head there. So, wait, are these the Crystal Skull aliens from that Indiana Jones movie that doesn't exist? That's funny. And possibly they are. I read very little of the game. I understand there are new races, but you can play the old ones as well, right? Marcos, you absolutely can play the old races. In the back of the book, there is a conversion thing that talks about playing like half orcs and halflings and incorporating them into your, so it's right here, it's like page 502, Pathfinder Legacy, where you're looking at legacy conversions. Starting on page 500, you can do that. You can transfer your characters, or not your characters, but bring the races of Pathfinder core into the Starfinder realm as well. That's kind of neat and should be done, but it's not necessary because they did a really good job of incorporating a whole bunch of new races to play with. Joined all the Lantern Corps. He did. He joined all the Lantern Corps. So we can take Craig's lantern skins and throw them on this particular character. Marcos, the old races are there. Yep, see, there you go. Yep, these guys totally are the Crystal Skulls. Or the SNL Coneheads. That's funny. So yeah, so these guys are going to be kind of, so this character is going to be kind of neat. Based on that we are also taking the Xenoseeker theme. Let's take a look at that and see what are the things that come with a Xenoseeker, besides the +1 to your charisma. So theme knowledge. At first level, you are trained to seek out, identify, and interact with alien life forms. Reduce the DC to identify a rare creature using life science by 5. Life science is a class skill for you, though if it is a class skill from the class you take at first level, you instead gain a +1 bonus to life science checks. In addition, you gain an ability adjustment of +1 to charisma at character creation. That's kind of cool. And I feel like as an operative, not so much as a collector type operative, but this individual, because they are a Xenoseeker, is going out there trying to find creatures, alien life, that potentially his or her or his employer might need. So I think life science is a great one to take for this character. So we'll add, boom, life science. We're just going to put a mark by that's going to be one of them that they take there. Now later on they get what's called quick pigeon. If you don't share a language with creatures you encounter, you and the creatures can spend 10 minutes attempting to converse, if they are willing, of course, after which you attempt a DC 25 culture check, and if you succeed, you formulate a simple pigeon language that allows basic communication. That's kind of cool, where it's almost like, if you've seen the movie 13th Warrior, and the Arabic character is going on the travels with the Vikings, and he sits there, and as he's listening over the travel times, he actually picks up the language and eventually speaks their language, which freaks them out there for a minute, and then they realize, oh, he's smart, so he's definitely going to fit in. At 12th level, you get First Contact, and then 18th, Brilliant Discovery. If you want to read more about the Xenoseeker, it's on page 37 of the core book, so go check that out. Now we're going to go back to the Zatharis. The Kasarthas characters here. Size and type, we talked about their medium humanoids. They can move through non-magical difficult terrain in deserts, hills, and mountains as their normal speed. That's kind of cool. Forearms. Having forearms which allows them to wield and hold up to 4 hands worth of weapons and equipment. While their multiple arms increase their number of items they can have at the ready, it doesn't increase the number of attacks they can make during combat. That's kind of cool to be able to have 4 weapons at the ready, so you can, you don't have to worry about, dropping your sword or dropping your pistol to pull out your heavy cannon or another different type of like a sonic pistol instead, because you could already have it armed. Historian. Due to their in-depth historical training and the wide range of academic background knowledge they possess, Casathus receive a +2 racial bonus to cultural checks. That's kind of cool. So they get a +2 racial bonus to that. +2. So we'll just add that in there real quick. But we're going to take cultural as another one of their things. Then they have natural grace. Casathus receive a +2 racial bonus to acrobatics and athletics checks. That's very cool. All right. So it almost, I just realized is this race is what a Gungan should have been. Very athletic, very acrobatic, because remember he did the flip into the water, right? Jar Jar did the flip into the water. He hung on the side of the building and could jump off and stuff. But he did a lot of his stuff wasn't very graceful. So I'm thinking that this is the answer to what a Gungan should have been.
Or maybe their communication skills just didn't go up to par.
Maybe.
So.
Yeah, that could have been it too.
Yeah, just make sure they have good communication skills with this character. Otherwise, you are basically creating a Gungan.
Yep. And we don't want that. Right, that's what I'm saying. This is the answer to what Jar Jar was and what he could have been. Jar Jar, yeah, was clumsy and all that stuff, except for that one scene where he does do that jump, flip, and dive into the water. It kind of gives you an impression that maybe he's a little bit more acrobatic than he lets on. But yeah, so it's kind of funny that they have all that stuff. Craig says, may post it on the Facebook page. FYI, if any D&D players want to use my Lantern Corps build, direct message me, I'll send it to them. Cool. Defending the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada, one Xeno critter at a time. Yes, we're being pulled in by the gravitational pull of the moon, Commander. What should we do? And then the zzz, we die. I love that movie, Last Starfinder. Life science is also used to craft poisons, which I believe this operative may do, because every time you come across a new life form, you much like Batman, though you hope for the best, you always prepare for the worst, and Batman has a solution to eliminate all potential threats, and to include his friends in the Justice League. So I can see how this particular operative might just do that, be like, oh, shoot, well, this weird alien that we just met on this planet is susceptible to this. I might as well have it on me knowing that we may have to deal with these guys as we go. I knew the Vulcans were space elves. Make him a lantern. Greg, you love the lanterns. It is an obvious fact. And the Eldar. Yeah, they kind of have an Eldar-esque feel to them as well. You're right. All right, so now we go back to the fact that he is an operative. We have to figure out what other little things that they get with the operative skin. All right. Dang it, mechanics and mystics. All right. All right, so the operative is on page 92, and their stamina points, that's kind of cool, are 6 plus their constitution modifier, which is 0. I just want to validate that. Go back to the beginning here real quick. We'll look at the creation. A 10 is a 0. All right. So I have no mods to that. So his stamina points are going to be 6. 6 plus con mod, so 6 stamina points. All right. Skill ranks per level is 8 plus intelligence modifier. Again, intelligence modifier, we did get a +1 on that, so it's going to be 9. 9. And proficiencies, armor proficiency, light armor. Write that down, light armor. And basic melee weapons, small arms, sniper weapons. How cool is that? They can have a sniper weapon at the ready, utilizing the top 2 arms, and then have smaller close quarters combat weapons in the bottom 2 arms, so they don't ever have to truly drop the sniper weapon. That's kind of cool. Now at first level, they get a reflex save bonus of +2, will save bonus of +2. All right, +2, +2. And they get what's called Operative's Edge, +1. Your diverse training as an operative grants you a +1 insight bonus to initiative checks and to skill checks. This bonus increases by 1 at 3rd level and every 4th level thereafter. That's sick. All right, so the Operative Edge, so they get a +1 bonus on that. They also get specialization. So at first level, your specialization represents your primary area of expertise. Pick one specialization upon taking your first level of the operative class. Once made, this choice cannot be changed. Descriptions of the specializations appear on page 94. Your specialization grants you the skill focus feat in your specialization, associated skills, and you gain a free skill rank in each of those skills at each operative level. This does not allow you to exceed the maximum number of skill ranks in a single skill. Okay, wow. So, the specializations are Daredevil. You specialize in missions requiring courage and athleticism. Detective, your ability to read people and make deductions help you ferret out the truth in any situation. Explorer, you're an expert in scouting out dangerous locations using your knowledge and survival skills. Ghost, you can move from place to place without being noticed. Someone did mention the ghost option there earlier. So that might not be a bad idea. Oh, that was Bob France mentioned that we should make him a ghost. Hacker, whether it's a computer system or a mechanical device, you can hack it. Spy, you can steal and adapt new identities as easily as most people change clothes, allowing you to infiltrate nearly any circle. I feel like that large head would be a little bit of a hindrance to making that a reality, but you know, it's possible.
He just has to walk around wearing really tall hats as part of the disguise.
Okay, sniping, is that honorable? I am the exiled for a reason, that's right. Spy, hacker, everybody's dropping some drop. To seek out new civilizations and determine the best way to kill them. Or infiltrate them or eliminate them to take their resources. The last one is thief. You specialize in acquisition from quick swipes to complex heists. What do you guys think? That's a good one. So his job is to find new life forms and catalog a weapon against each race for his employer. That's a cool, I mean, that's cool just as a solo character for solo events. That's cool that he is literally just there to find new planets, meet new life, and discover ways to destroy it, to take back to his employer. So,
I feel like if that was the way that we went, it would almost be like a hired gun for the collector from like Guardians of the Galaxy. He like goes out and finds these different life forms to like bring them back or collect them or catalog them or something like that.
right. So what do you guys think? What best fits that category? Sounds like a first contact specialist. That ship miniature looks awesome. Is that the new one from the Paizo line? Glenn, that is. This is the one that is actually referenced in Incident at Absalon Station, the module right here. So in the back is the ship. It is the Sunrise Maiden right there. Boom, that's her, the inside. So, spoiler. Yeah, you will get that particular ship in that adventure, potentially. Yeah, he's kind of like a Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. I'm torn between either making him an explorer or a detective. Because he almost feels like he's got all the explorer skin stuff already based on his theme and his class. But the detective portion of that specialization is that you're able to read people and make deductions that helps you ferret out the truth in any situation. Like if you want to find out what this particular alien's weaknesses are, you know, be like, so why do you guys hold all that stuff over there? Or why, what is it that, you avoid at all costs type thing? Because I need to get my hands on some of that because my boss is going to come and wipe you all out. Or we're going to collect all of it because he could be, because you want these characters that you're playing in most campaigns to be heroic. So it could be that they're trying to identify things that are potentially life-threatening to races, identify them, and remove those threats. That could be the flip side of that coin. So Explorer, all right. That's a lot of explorers there. I mean, hacker, he can hack historical records and military computers. The good thing about this is that the first one you pick is the one that you are the most, your first thing. However, as you go up in level, you get specialization, exploit, skill mastery, and power. So you're going to get a bit more of those things. So at specialization exploit at 5th level, you gain your specialization's listed exploit as a bonus operative exploit, even if you don't meet the prerequisites. Specialization skill mastery, you become so confident in certain skills that you can use them reliably even under adverse conditions. When attempting a skill check with a skill in which you have the skill focus feat, you can take 10 even if stress or distractions would normally prevent you from doing so. And then the power, you gain a special power depending on the specialization you chose at 1st level. So the power of exploration, you gain a +4 bonus to cultural and survival checks while you're outside both the Pact Worlds and your home star system. You gain a +2 bonus to initiative checks at the GM's discretion, and games centered around a different star system than the Pact Worlds replace the Pact Worlds with that star system. So that's pretty cool. You actually are like super attuned to what threats and environments that you're potentially going to be hazarding. And then you have ever vigilant, cultural and survival. You can attempt a survival check with a +4 bonus to make a trick attack by using your surroundings to your advantage. That's kind of cool too. So I like that. We'll go with Explorer. So we're an operative explorer. But I like that. We are a first contact specialist. Still say hacker. Oh, you have an orbital defense network. It'd be a shame if someone went to shut it down. It doesn't mean that someone else in the party won't be that hacker type, a hacker operative or something. So there's always good options. The hacker is a cool one. All right. So we've gone there. Now, what else do you guys think we should add to this guy as far as we got specialization, evasion at 2nd level, operative exploit, quick movement, bum bum bum. All right. Trailblazer. Whether for intellectual. Okay. All right. So then it would take us into the skills, feats, and equipment. I want to go to the equipment real quick because I feel like that would be fun to add in here before we end this here in just a minute. I just want to let's just pick the main weapon for this individual because we can carry. What did they say here? Operatives have basic melee weapons, small arms, and sniper weapons. So small arms. All right. I feel like we need to be picking that sniper weapon. Cryo flame, heavy. Where is the sniper weapons? Ah ha ha! All right. So, wow. Whew. It would appear that if we were going to pick a sniper weapon right off the bat, we're only going to start with a Shirin Eye Rifle Tactical, level 2. It's weird, it only has a range of 70 feet. That's not sniperish. Or we can just go with a simple melee weapon.
Okay, I have to stop you right there. Say that word again?
Melee, or melee.
Melee. I'm like, is it melee or melee? Because I've always said melee.
Melee, melee, potato, potato,
okay.
You know.
Because you're saying melee and that's making me hungry.
Mark, equipment seems like it's going to be a lot of the customization of characters. Yeah, I mean, with this character here, you're right, it would be a lot of part of that customization process. But I just want to get a feel for what kind of weapon you guys feel like this guy would absolutely have. So, you know, just based on his name, Kalesh, son of Baragun Vas Nima, the exiled son, keeper of the many rings. That's his big name there. So what kind of basic melee weapon do you think this individual would have? They have the Ripper, a dueling sword, but that thing is super expensive. Dang it. Tactical baton. They have the Cestus battle gloves. That's kind of cool. I could imagine one of these creatures with the top arm being used for weapon, like the bottom arms just having these battle gloves that are spiked, so when they get in, they can grapple with the top and just whoosh, 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 right? And just like shred you to pieces. And almost like, you could almost make them like Assassin's Creed bladed, you know, where the blade pops out, like he just clicks and they're there and there's like, sack, 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 you know. So I'm gonna go with the Battle Cestus battle gloves. That just sounds cool. And it seems honorable, because that's literally, that's some close-up combat right there. So it seems very honorable, something that, even though he is an operative and has a spy sneakies, he still has an honorable sense of combat. And the Cestus battle glove absolutely fits that. +1 for battle gloves. Yep, battle gloves. Everybody's on it. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's building character. That's as far as we got today with this individual. I'll flesh him out. I think he's going to be a good one to play, and I appreciate everybody in the chat room. Once I finally figured out what the heck was going wrong, and we fixed it, and I was able to communicate with you guys, all things went well. Make sure you go to your local game store and pick up a copy of Starfinder if they don't have it. They will be reprinting them, and they should be out relatively soon, so keep your eyes open for the next run of that if you don't already have it. Also, follow us online. Like and share our content when you see it, if it's something that absolutely you find enjoyable. We do appreciate it when you guys do that, and look forward to doing some big giveaways coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. We will be back on Tuesday for another episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Go to your local game store, have fun, play games, and we'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.